before we get too deep into this UFC rabbit hole,
which we'll try not to.
yeah, we finally released our first episode 2 weeks ago. What are your thoughts on
Bro,
that?
I was totally doing that in the shower the other night.
That's such a 2018 thing. It's not a thing anymore.
Bro, I thought it was a
Hit the whoa?
2020 thing. Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Dude, I didn't hear about all that or see that until Christmas 2020. So
Yeah.
it's 2021 as far as I'm
Fuck,
concerned.
you're
bro.
losing touch, Kev.
Oh, bro, slowly
but surely.
slowly but surely, man, slowly but surely.
Yeah.
But as I'm losing touch, I'm getting better and more in touch with other things, and that being this fucking project, bro.
Yes.
So we spent the better part probably of like 3 months on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
On and off. We had things come in and things get in the way and life and whatnot, but the overall goal would never change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's funny though, because when I first came to you and kind of pitched the idea for the show, I wasn't thinking visual and stuff like that. Like it was in my mind when I gave you the pitch and we talked about it and stuff like that, but it wasn't like off the bat.
Yeah.
And you sort of wanted that off the bat. You're like, if I'm going to do this, we're going to do it like clean
Yeah.
and like proper. And
Yeah.
blah. I thought things were going to be gradual.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was just thrown in the deep end a couple of times.
Yeah.
But it's been sick, man.
Yeah. I mean, I think visuals is such an important part of it, especially like consuming wise.
Yeah.
And it's part of your brand. And like Joe said, a lot of viral moments are only there because of video.
This is true. Yeah.
There's not a lot of audio only. I don't think there are any audio only viral moments. You know what I mean?
Not unless they're like some like speech.
Something
by
crazy.
someone,
Yeah.
Something like
It's
that,
got to
you
be
know what I mean?
super crazy. But because personally, when I enjoy a podcast, I enjoy it more when I'm seeing the people who are talking about it. Because sometimes things get lost in audio too. You don't see the expression on the guy's face on how he says it. Things you say might be taken the wrong way as well. So I don't know, I've always wanted to be like.
I have thought that listening to something compared to listening to it, because you see a bit more of the physical, like the emotion and stuff like on them, you definitely take things in a different way.
Yeah.
Like you can see when someone's being a bit more quizzical over the opinion they're putting out there, as opposed to like being very affirmative in what they're saying, and you're like, I completely disagree with that person. They're so aggressive in what they're saying, but then you watch the video and you're like, oh no, they're like.
And that's what
I mean.
You can tell their intentions more a little bit.
100%.
Yeah.
You can pick up on their energy and their vibe. And another interesting thing I found, bro, which people who might want to come on and hate won't necessarily understand.
Yeah.
Is that so say we're doing the chat and then you say something and I disagree with it in the chat. But then when we're editing and I listen back to it over, I find myself at times changing my mind.
Oh yeah.
A little bit, or like changing my opinion up a little bit on what I said. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a sick
You
thing.
know?
That's a sick thing about this platform as well. 'Cause
100%.
that's the thing too. People argue on social media all the time, and they voice their opinions on social media, and it can be taken the wrong way a lot of the time. That's why I don't really share my shit on social media either, and that's why I thought this podcast was like a better way to like express my opinion and tell people what I actually think. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, I like
Yeah.
that, man.
And so you came up to me with this idea. I think it was lockdown 1, right?
Yeah.
First lockdown. So
Nah, second, bro.
second lockdown.
Yeah.
So later part of last year.
Yeah, I had a bit of a fire under my ass at that point, bro.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so you came up to me, shot me a message on Messenger, and I've always wanted to start a podcast, and I didn't really know with who. Because one of my friends started a podcast back in Malaysia too.
Yeah.
And he was my best friend, and he had to leave for personal reasons. So I thought, shit, I want to do something too.
Yeah.
But people want to start shit all the time.
yeah,
But
100%,
people don't like execute it. People just don't do it.
I'm 100% one of them.
Yeah, me too. I'm one of them as well. But
bro, do you think that's a generational thing based upon society right now? Because everything's so immediate and instantaneous for the most part.
no, I don't think so.
Because it's more of a personal trait.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think people just got to pull the trigger,
Yeah.
and people don't pull the trigger because of one reason or another. It
I
can
think
be
the
like,
older you get, the easier it is to fear things too. Does that make sense?
maybe.
The easier it is
Yeah.
for more fear to grow.
Yeah. But what was I saying before this?
Sorry, bro. You were talking about when I came to you, when I messaged you.
Oh,
with
right. People want to start shit all the time, but it can be like you're scared of failure, you're scared of people judging you. But like when you came to me and asked me to start it, I was like, fuck it, we might as well like just pull the trigger.
Yeah.
And then we finally released our first episode like last month. No, like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. That's hilarious because maybe even less than 2 weeks ago, bro. Because I felt like I was the more nervous one of the two of us just as we hit that big red button and sent it all out there, bro.
Yeah.
Because I had a couple of nights where I was like pretty blazed
in
the evening, still working on things at home, man.
Yeah.
And I was like, I started hitting up some of my friends, man. I was like, yo, I'm a little, because once you get me talking and I'm invested in the conversation, I like the person I'm talking with. It's like a few people hit me up and said that when they watched it, they hadn't seen that side to me.
Yeah.
Because they just see me when I'm getting ready for training or when I'm leaving training.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm not always the most at training. I'm not always the most like, oh hey, let's go talk to Cav. He looks super stoked over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fucking stoned half the time.
Yeah, stoned and strapping my fingers up and just sitting in the corner waiting for like to kill myself, especially on a Wednesday. Yeah. But
on a side note, that's like one of the beautiful things about this long form conversation too. I think, because like people don't really have a conversation one-on-one. I'm just focused on you for like hours, like not on my phone.
Yeah.
Like no distractions.
Not even thinking about anything else.
Exactly. And it's pretty rare nowadays.
It's really, there's something kind of pure about it, which is kind of funny at the same time.
Yeah.
That's like that in our society. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyways, you were saying.
But
sorry to cut you off there.
No, you're good, man. I was nervous about putting my opinions and the content out there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Still am a little bit, but one thing that I find really freeing and liberating is because I want to eventually open up my own school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can't hide anymore, bro.
What do you mean?
Not that I'm a person to hide, but
Yeah.
it's like me and aspects of myself are out there for the world to see right now.
Oh yeah, exactly. Me too.
So like it's like, if you don't know who I am, say I've got a gym, right? And I'm meeting you, you're the parent of your child that's coming through. And if you don't know about me, you just got to go on the internet, type in my name. Probably by that point, if I've been doing enough content and whatnot, and look and go, I don't know if I want my kid learning from that guy, or he seems pretty chill.
But this
with
is
it.
you as a 25-year-old.
Yeah,
because down the line,
totally.
So
I'm gonna look back on some of these episodes at 30 and be like, bro, I had no idea what I was doing.
Exactly. It's not even 30. Like probably next year or in a few months, when we watch the first episode, we'll be like, this guy's an idiot. What the fuck is he saying?
Already changed. I find my opinions on some things or my ideas already changing based upon just editing the episode.
That is true too. Because sometimes you hear the shit you're saying, you're like, what the fuck are you saying, bro?
Well,
and sometimes there are things that you're thinking in your mind, but you don't have the chance to say it as well. So then you realize like, oh shit, some people might think this, but this is what I actually mean.
I totally agree with you, bro. I've had a few moments like that, man.
Yeah.
Wait, on a real quick note, I watched the first episode when I was on a bit of acid.
Oh shit.
Just to be super critical of myself.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that bad, man.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
I was like really looking at it like, all right, man, like there was a few things, that I hated about it
when
I was like that. But and I was like, oh, like, okay. Because I started hearing from people close to me, and some of them would definitely would 100% give me their honest opinions.
Yeah.
And we were getting some pretty good thoughts and reviews and stuff like that on it. But I was like, you know what? I want to sort of strip my ego in here.
Yeah.
I got to sort of think
that's
about
huge,
myself
though.
right now.
So what do you think? What are the main takeaways from listening to yourself? In that
I've got to work on my, I feel like one, I don't want to swear so much.
Okay. Yeah. Which is fair, 100%. Because you don't want to be swearing like a sailor the whole time.
And I mean, I can in some environments, I can easily go into a not swear if I can't
100%.
Swear.
Yeah.
But this is just so people got to understand like how relaxed and chilled out we are in this conversation format. And what I took away from it actually, bro, is not to. It was kind of laughing at me for even doing that, because it was like you're going to be learning and growing heaps with it. So it's like you're going to be looking at a completely different version of yourself as far as like podcasting or interviewing or whatever in like a year's time.
Yeah.
So whatever judgment you cast on yourself right now, it's not going to mean shit.
That is true.
So I feel I was mainly looking for like real flaws in my character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I couldn't find any. I definitely found some. I'm just more so for the show and stuff like that. Yeah. I feel so much happier since doing that and confident about putting whatever reel or content that we might think about putting out,
My honest opinions on the first episode was...
Oh, sorry, one side note, I found it a lot easier to edit today because of it too.
Oh yeah, me too. I mean, we're only gonna get better. It's like reps, bro. It's like going into the dojo and just drilling an armbar for like 10 times.
Yeah.
But honest opinions on the first episode. I think it went well. I think it was a good little baseline that we had. Like as a first episode.
Came out hard, man.
Yeah, because that was the first time pretty much we dove in head first, feet first.
Yeah.
Who knows? To editing and like posting on different.
Dude, you're slowly becoming a wizard on that video
young Jamie.
editing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, on that video editing platform, bro.
Yeah, my only critique was obviously we're gonna just get better in like recording and just talking with each other and all that stuff. I just thought the first episode is a bit UFC heavy, so people that doesn't really follow the UFC will be like, what the fuck are these cunts talking about?
But I mean, the advantage with that is at some point we're gonna have like 30 episodes out.
Yeah, 100%. Which is fine.
Yeah, like they can have their peak. But I understand what you're saying. But it's also like, at times if we don't go into something, and we don't go down the rabbit hole, we're just going to be covering a bunch of things that we want to talk about, but just skimming over the surface of them.
That is
true.
You
know what I mean?
So
I also like a body to things, but
yeah,
for sure, man.
But the whole experience was good, man. The whole experience was good. Social media is a different beast than I thought it'd be.
Yeah,
because
I'm agreeing with you on
the amount of content that you have to put out is insane.
And it's like every day. And imagine when we're running on like, say you got 4 or 5 platforms easy and you got to post on each single one of them.
Yeah.
And I can totally get why people get to the point. I'm not seeing us as like as a production.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I totally get why people get to the point where they hire people quickly to do that shit for
100%. Because even just editing one piece of content on social media, that can take up like an hour or two.
And you might find the thing is, what I'm noticing about it is as you're doing it, you start going down rabbit holes of other potential content in there.
Yeah.
And whatnot. And editing that a little more and changing that up more and finding this piece. And it's like a 20-minute session on trying to find something can easily turn into an hour. And you've got nothing by the end of that hour. Because you're like, you know what I mean?
But the thing is too, just after that first episode, we learned so many things to make the future process even easier.
I've literally got it written down here.
Yeah. So what do you have written down there, Cav?
I got it written down just how surprising. I mean, I guess it's silly to say because I've done a few things now, but how surprisingly quickly it's already evolving, and the process of us getting things together and releasing it is already evolving.
Yeah.
So it's super exciting to see where it's going to be in 6 months to 12 months time. In that sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Even the editing process.
Every day things are getting a little smoother and a little better. Like we're in obviously because it's the launching of something, so we're in a massive growth phase right now, you know? So.
Yeah. It was a good like few months of work. We had like
it was
10
you know what's surprising is heaps of people think that it costs heaps of money.
To do what?
Everything that we set up. From the logo to the equipment to the thing that people aren't sort of seeing is we just put a shit ton of time into like looking up everything and figuring it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like not doing stuff on a whim. Like we really think about what we need and all that shit.
Yeah, we really almost a painful amount of time. Figuring it all out.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, but it's normal though. If you're just learning something new, you gotta put that time in research.
Yeah, I agree. Like I just wanted to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool because I was coming in with like throwing ideas down and this and that and doing this and the other thing and stuff like that, and you were helping provide like a process to like achieve all that.
I mean, I don't know why. I just want, especially like that first episode, to have a certain level of quality.
You've got no arguments from me.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying like my thought process behind the whole thing. But honestly, if you want to like starting a podcast, you don't need much.
No, you really don't. You don't even need to go to the length that we went to. If you wanted to do that.
Exactly. Some people fucking use.
Some people just recording it on their phone, bro.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then
you probably can do that too.
You know.
But it's just pulling the trigger, man. Especially like starting it, because I know heaps of people that have been thinking about starting with projects like this, or like just a side hustle, or like whatever personal project you have.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking of, but people don't really like pull the trigger. Just fucking pull the trigger. It's like getting a tattoo, bro. It's not that big a deal. Just fucking do it.
But it was a big deal to you before you did that one.
Yeah, that is true.
See what I mean?
Exactly. So it's the same thing.
But I agree with you. I think just in your own way and own time, pull the trigger. But I think the other issue with it is, bro, is people want the final result.
Yeah.
They don't want like the 2 a.m.s and the 3 a.m.s trying to figure shit out. And like especially for myself, like it takes me a little longer to learn some things, bro. And so like I've got to go through like this phase of like my ego telling me I ain't shit, where I'm trying to like figure out like the editing process and how to do the separate bars. And some people can come in and go, oh, bro, I just learned that in like half an hour, but it's taken me like a day.
I don't even know anything about audio editing now, so I just leave it to you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but I mean, you put me in front of the video editing, bro, and I'm like, no, no,
too many bars and shit to move around.
yeah. When I was looking at you the other day, I'm like, what's this bar? And what's this bar? And what's this? But because of the lingo from the audio, I understand. Why? You know?
Yeah. But
that's the other thing as well, bro. Is I'm loving. I said to someone the other day, it's funny how my life really only started getting a lot more busy when COVID came in. And it's just like, it's good being, I've got things running through my head, even like more positive / productive things running through my head at 1,000,000 miles an hour throughout the day and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, for me, COVID just let me recalibrate everything. Like what I want to do with my life, like jobs and all that shit. It just helped me recalibrate everything. And like I didn't have like a business to run and I didn't lose all that money, so I'm like just super lucky. But I wouldn't fucking be here without COVID.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel you. Yeah, doing this and setting it up and getting it running.
Yeah.
There's no way. Like I thought about it years ago doing the podcast and I tried with a friend in Perth.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work out. And then I've been thinking about it for ages and ages and ages, and then I got here and I was kind of like holes in like the Melbourne kind of like, I don't know, like BJJ podcast market.
I see holes
scene.
in your game,
Yeah, bro. I see holes in your game,
Yeah.
Melbourne. And I was like, hey, I want to try to do something. And there's some people around us who saw similar things and are doing some cool things as well through this process. So it's really, it's exciting for me, man. And I was talking to my family yesterday and they're just like, they're super chuffed that I'm like trying to like get something going and putting hours into it, you know, outside the mat.
Outside the mat. Yeah.
And naturally, bro, when I first pitched you the idea, when we were thinking about the name, that took us ages, bro. I wanted the A side first, bro. I wanted it to be the Cav show, man.
Didn't work out.
Nah, I couldn't hold it because I was at home, man, and I was thinking, and I was like, Cav and Rav and Cav. And then I called a bunch of people, and I'm like, Rav and Cav just comes out so much easier. He's got to have it.
And you got the RNC as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking
the abbreviation for the what's CNR? It sounds like a left wing news company from America, bro. I think it is. Holy shit! I think CNR should probably take. Is it?
I think so. I don't know if it's American or not. Yeah, who knows? Who the fuck knows? But obviously there's some anxiousness in especially something like a podcast where you're just bearing your own fucking thoughts out there and like yourself out there. And especially the stories we get into.
It's kind of like you're either gonna like it or you're just really not. Right?
Yeah, but like fuck it, you know what I mean? Like, fuck it.
The same people who aren't listening to you now, as the podcast evolves and grows, could be the same people listening to you in a year's time. Like you just got to keep doing this.
Yeah, at this point, it's just about like execution. We just got to keep fucking posting shit. Exactly. And we're not even expecting to hit like a fucking X number of views in an X number of time.
I'm not expecting to see anything for a while, man.
Like we're just focused on just fucking getting in here, having a chat, editing that shit and putting it out, and like we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we're already getting a little better at just putting the research into the episode and stuff like that, you know.
And I think there are some like gold moments here and there, and we're just gonna keep
hopefully
going.
You guys like them too, because we definitely have moments where we listen back and I kind of cringe at myself, and then there's moments where we're just laughing, man, because it's just like you know, the people who know us definitely have a bit of a giggle, so that was nice.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, I mean, man, people were pretty fucking supportive too, man. You know what I mean? People were sharing shit. I didn't even have to ask them to share anything.
I super appreciated that too, man. I think I felt like it was important for me. Like I didn't need to hear people commend me for it, but I didn't want to hear too much trash at the moment. Or shit.
Yeah.
After the year we had and trying to set things up through COVID and stuff like that, it was really nice.
I think people. I mean, there are literally no assholes about it. I think people are pretty surprised that we actually like decided to do something. We pulled the trigger and we released it in the way we released it.
Yeah, I think they thought that I was talking a bit of shit.
They probably thought it just some like cheap ass recording with no like thought put in it, and we're just gonna talk mad shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could to some people. We probably are talking mad shit, but yeah, I think I'm not sure. I think people might have expected something a little different. I don't know. Or they probably could have expected something even better. Who knows, bro? Who knows? You don't know what people are thinking out there.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, and then thanks everybody for the support.
Yeah, 100% agree with that.
It means the fucking world to us.
Appreciate that. Yeah, and we're gonna grow and keep expanding, and yeah, man. Hopefully, people will start in time interacting with us as well. You know.
Yeah. And if like fuck, bro, if you're thinking about doing something, just fucking do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Just fucking do it. Who gives a fuck about what people think, and who gives a fuck about anything? And this is coming from someone who's released one episode. And I'm giving you the keys to life right here. But yeah, legit though.
Hit
Like,
that highway and drive, baby.
Yeah, all this hard work, bro.
Yeah, man. 100%.
No, but for real, just fucking do it. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, just do it, man. Because the thing is, I think that the amazing kind of beautiful thing about projects and things that you build is you don't know. You realistically, you got an idea about the road that you're building for it, but you don't know where it's going to end up.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's you that time, bro. Keep it professional, my man. You don't know where it's going to end up, or what twists and turns it's going to take for better and for worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, you're just going to be, if you're passionate enough about it and you like it enough as well, you're going to be learning every day.
Yeah.
And that is going to translate elsewhere, I believe.
Yep.
You know,
Yep. Fuck, it's a lot of parallels to jiu-jitsu, man. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And I always bring it back to jiu-jitsu, but I really feel like there's
splitting my time up between the mat and podcasting.
Yeah. But it's essentially the same thing. It's literally the same thing.
Yeah.
You just go up and show up and fucking do your shit.
Yeah.
And you'll get better at it.
Yeah.
By default.
That's it, you know? And but yeah, and like I said, it's like the people on the way in jiu-jitsu are like, oh no, you ain't gonna hit that or whatever, and then they turn around and go, hey man, can you show me that? You ain't doing that on a bit, bro.
Ask her honestly if she thinks I should give up.
Hey, you're rolling with Rav and Cav. Quick shout out for listening through to the clip and giving it a watch, view, liking, subscribing, sharing it, all that good shit. And yeah, thanks heaps.
Yeah, head on over to our channel for full episodes and other content. Thank you, people.
So what if I will? Got rolled up shit like $100 bills. So what if it's real? So what if I loaded that